Okay, today on this, Jesus couldn't say this because he didn't have the power. I find some discrepancies in the Bible. So, looking at this verse, see, working out, the Christians would say that she's got it out of context. But when I find a discrepancy in the Bible. So, this is just, I don't know, outside, just before he enters Jerusalem. Okay, I might make mistakes and all this. I just feel like something, the Bible, feeling. The Christians, I think that they've known their Bible and all. Of course, very intelligent people. uh, and all that. But so not prepared for this. However, uh, these Christians might come and get angry at me. Luke 19, verse 27. But those enemies of mine who did not want me to be king over them, bring them here and kill them in front of me. Yes, it seems like Jesus Christ is talking about a king, giving a parable of the king. Why this is only in Luke, the parable. Can't find it anywhere else, just Luke 19, 27. So since I said that Jesus said this for himself being the king, right? One could get confused, yeah, because one is not reading the Old Testament, or where it says that the king who enters Jerusalem, right? Zachar, in Zechariah, the Christians, like Jesus also said, sell the sword, sell your whatever and buy the sword, right? Sell everything and buy the sword. I think the king in the Old Testament, this king who is to enter, the sovereign Lord who is to enter Jerusalem, will fight against the enemies, his enemies. Then the Lord will appear over them. His arrow will flash like lightning. The sovereign Lord will sound the trumpet. He will march in the storms of the south, right? So it's not just love and dove and peace and all this. Actually, the Zechariah, in the book of Zechariah, this is what is said. So I will bend Judah as I bend my bow and fill it with Ephraim. Will rouse your son Zion against your sons Greece, and make you like a warrior's sword. So this is when Jesus was telling them again back to Luke, when Jesus was telling them the parable of the king, is because they thought the kingdom of God would come, right? So back to this Luke, they thought the kingdom of God would come. Okay, I've got to see the whole Revelation. Seems like something is missing here. Although the Christians angry at me will tell me she's read it out of context. This potato dumb, right? Recently, these Christians like CP and Rock Christian. Hmm. Oh, she's and this Houston Mueller, and you know, let them say what they want to say. So yeah, Jesus didn't even have the power to do what is in if this king, the Lord will fight for them, right? The sovereign. The Old Testament also says, like, the Lord will fight for you, the sovereign Lord. So I think Jews could be. I haven't done a thorough research on this, but just at the looking at when the sovereign Lord will enter, I think Jerusalem when he comes. Maybe this is the Messiah the Jews were waiting for. As for you, because of the so oh, I searched the which king is going to enter Jerusalem? I could be very dumb. Will enter Jerusalem, not as intelligent as these Christians. And you would say that I've read those verses of Luke out of context when Jesus was talking about another king that they perhaps he would get killed, whatever the context was there. So in their accounts of Palm Sunday, both Matthew 21 verse 5 and John 12 verse 14 report that even the New Testament report. Oh, sorry, wait. Report that Jesus' entry into Jerusalem is a fulfillment of Zechariah 9 verse 9. Behold, your king is coming to you. So in the Old Testament, I see that the sovereign Lord, I could be wrong, but the sovereign Lord is, although I don't see any civilized Christians coming and helping me, sovereign Lord is going to fight online also. So this is what I found recently, and I wanted to correct myself, right? Being right is might here against the Christians. So, oh, your king is coming. It's the fulfillment of this of Zechariah. So, as smart and as intelligent the Christians might think they are, why didn't some of the Jews? It shows that the sovereign Lord is going to come, conquer Jerusalem, enter Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. So we have to go to Zechariah, right? To see. So this is where it took me. Before even I read this, I know because I had the Bible that the king will enter Jerusalem long time ago, not online. I had it in my hands. And I know of this, that the king. So it is a prophecy that Jesus, the Christians say that Jesus Christ was the Messiah who fulfilled it, but he didn't have the power. So he was on love your neighbor and love your enemies and all this. The Christians have got this wrong. So here in Zechariah, I will take away the where he enters, right? So it's going to start from 9:9. And what is the Lord going to do? Rejoice greatly, daughter Zion or Zion. Zion, shout, daughter Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, righteous and victorious, lowly and riding on a donkey. Yes, Jesus made this fulfillment come true, riding on a donkey on a colt, the fall of a donkey. But so Zechariah also have to see Zechariah 9 verse 8. But I will encamp at my temple to guard it against marauding forces. Never again will an oppressor overrun my people, for now I am keeping watch. There will be no oppression when the King, sovereign Lord, enters Jerusalem now. He is going to be victorious. And let's see if he's going to be killed. Sovereign Lord, crucified. I will take away the chariots from Ephraim and the war horses from Jerusalem and the battle bow and arrow. Oh, I get confused. Will be broken. He will proclaim peace to the nations. His rule will extend from sea to sea. So the Christians say that Jesus Christ won through love and peace and without any war, giving a sacrifice. He sacrificed his life. It doesn't go with these scriptures. So taking the Old Testament, Zechariah, this part, his rule will extend from sea to sea and from river to the ends of the earth. See, the sovereign Lord in the Old Testament or in the Bible, he's promised that don't fight, but I will fight for you. I will come help you fight for you, the righteous servants, oppressed. As for you, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will free your prisoners from the waterless pit. All prisoners will be free. This didn't happen with Jesus Christ entering Jerusalem. Return to your fortress, you prisoners of hope. Even now I announce that I will restore twice as much to you. I will bend Judah as I bend my bow and fill it with Ephraim. I will arouse your sons, Zion, against your sons, Greece, and make you like a warrior's sword. In peace, love. The sword, is this the sword of peace and love? Then the Lord will appear over them. His arrow will flash like lightning. Arrow of love, arrow of peace, what Jesus Christ promised you. The sovereign Lord will sound the trumpet. He will march in the storms of the south. And the Lord Almighty will shield them. They will destroy and overcome with sling stones, even just sling stones. Love, Jesus Christ has come. Right? They will drink and roar as with wine. They will be full like a ball, used for sprinkling the corners of the altar. Sounds like very lovey-dovey, peaceful. So in Luke, I don't think, I think the scriptures are corrupted. I don't think what the Christians just that Luke and then go to the prophecy and see here, Zechariah, right? The Lord, the God will save his people on that day as a shepherd saves his flock. They will sparkle in his land, land like jewels in a crown. Jesus' disciples were scared. They left him. They denied him. Simon you will deny me. What were Jesus' words? But God will save his people. They will sparkle in his land like jewels in a crown. So the Christians can blame me by just reading that king, and covering this up because they need to cover this up, Zechariah, prophecy in Zechariah about the king entering Jerusalem. The sovereign Lord is going to fight for how attractive and beautiful they will be. Grain will make the young men thrive, and new wine the young women. Sling stones. What sling stones? Is this like love stones? Or then, yeah, so Matthew 21, verse 5, and John 12, verse 14 report that Jesus' entry into Jerusalem is a fulfillment of Zechariah. Witness.icms.org. Behold, your king will come to you. Also, and Mark 11, verse 10, and Luke 19, verse 38 also reflect the Lord's promise through Zechariah and their narratives, reporting the joyful words. So, but what about the sling stones and all prophecy? The Lord sovereign will fight for them, right? Don't fight. The Lord sovereign will fight for them. So I'm not like this Sam Shaman and all nonsense that is going on. Exodus 14, verse 14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Here it says this. Then when we see the Lord sovereign, the king entering Jerusalem, sling stones, what do sling stones then stand for? Well, love stones? Peace stones? Sell your sword. Sell everything. You see, they made it into a parable because they know that Jesus failed. Jesus nor his disciples had the power of the sovereign Lord to do what the sovereign Lord would do, uh, told to us in stated in Zechariah prophecy. Sell everything and buy a sword. The Bible verse. They had to change it, twist and turn it to. But I mean, Jesus failed. He didn't have the power. So they made it into a parable in Luke 19, verse 27. Luke 22, verse 36. Then said he unto them, but now he that hath a purse, let him take it. What does Jesus mean by this? So you have contradictions and you say, no, you chuck this out. And likewise his scrip, and he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. These are the words of Jesus. Christ sends his disciples to buy weapons to defend themselves if provoked while preaching the gospel. What about this? Oh, Jesus preached love, love, peace, peace, love your enemies. But then what is this? Luke 22, verse 36. Reddit.com. I don't know. I mean, think about. So whether I say think about it, the Christians drunk in their scriptures, intoxicated, can't see that I could detect that there's something missing, amiss here. Oh, so could they have made it like into a parable? Jesus confusing his people. Hmm. How could Jesus say that? Because he said, love your enemies. How could he say, the king will say, and he's talking about himself? He's not talking about himself. He's just giving a parable that he would be killed and all this, right? Because the disciples and all thought that the kingdom of God is coming. And thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. But it didn't come. So that's why Jesus had to say that the kingdom of God is inside you. And also, but another thing for that point in Luke, it is changed, it's corrupted. And you keep telling, the Christians keep telling people that they've read it out of context, and they'll come here and say, you are not uh, you are a Muslim, you're not an ex-Muslim, you're lying. Houston Euler and the likes of him. I've got Indian Christians who could come after me here. Very aggressive, cunning, taunting, taunting. Houston Euler. Now, if I've shadow blocked you, I don't even know how to shadow block anyone. But if you think I have, then just I'm talking to Christian Prince about this one, Candid. Bhupna. She had people to defend her. Isn't this? It seems like a setup to me or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just my delusion. So it wasn't fitting, even though the Christians would say that I've read, they're reading Luke, the parable of the king and the minas out of context, and saying that Jesus had said, they, reading just this verse, they take it out of context. You have to read the whole parable, the parable. Anyways, I could see that the rhetoric and the of these people, Christians, इनकी ज़बान even this Adam Seeker, इनका दिमाग satanic, बहुत समझते हैं अपने आप को, think too much of themselves. They can't even see. Sling stones. What are sling stones? Why do you cover that up? The king is going to enter Jerusalem. So how Jesus Christ deceived you people, they can't see. I could see now, detect that there's something wrong, missing, that part's missing. The Messiah, sovereign Lord, when that his king enters Jerusalem, it's not going to be, he's going to be victorious, but still sling stones and this fiery swords coming. Oh, but now he said, take your money. What's this now? Luke. But now he said, take your money and a traveler's bag. And if you don't have a sword, and sell your cloak. Who is he talking about? Is he saying still the king? Some parable that we don't. So the pieces were not fitting properly, seeing Zechariah, when the king will enter Jerusalem. Kingdom of God will come. Will be done, God's will be done on earth. The true Messiah, this will happen, what Zechariah and in Zechariah is stated in the Bible. I just have this lack of proper someone is. He was counted among the rebels. Jesus is again speaking in parable. Like it doesn't mean love your enemies here. So this is not. I'm not gaining sympathies for the Muslims here. You, some people go here and there about me. I'm doing taqiyya. I'm not an ex-Muslim. I'm a Muslim. But who, Christian Prince is gaining sympathies for the Muslims. These bullies, I could see that it's not the right way. But he says, if you don't agree to me. So in a way, there's a subliminal message behind all this. I'm fed up of these evangelist Christians. Aggression, aggressive ways. But then Christian Prince will give you this against his own Christians, saying that, have you not read this? Jesus says, sell, meaning sell everything if you have to, and buy a sword. Defend yourselves from your enemies. Yes, in when the Roman soldiers came to arrest him, his disciple, which one was it that picked up the sword, cut the ear, and then Jesus fixed the ear and said, he who fights by the sword dies by the sword. So I saw discrepancies. Like now here, Jesus is saying, buy a sword for God's sakes, defend yourselves. And if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. For the time has come for this prophecy about me to be fulfilled. He was counted among the rebels. Yes, everything written about me by the prophets will come true. Everything written about me by the prophets will come true. How come certain things didn't come true? Sovereign Lord is going to fight, send sling stones and give and fiery swords and whatnot. Look, Lord, they replied, we have two swords among us. That's enough, he said. Now he's saying that's enough. Just two swords. Discrepancies in the verses. Two swords are not. I think Jesus Christ wants. Now he's saying first is it's like he's telling every one of his disciples and his followers to. Then he said, "Look, this is such a mockery. What kind of a thing is this? What do only two swords stand for then? Love and peace." First, he's telling them, if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. Then there are, what is this? It's like someone making a mockery. Look, Lord, they replied, we have two swords among us. That's enough. He said that that's enough. cunning ones, Christians here on YouTube. The swords. Oh, you have tongues that are swords. So sticks and stones. Hmm? Didn't Jesus Christ say, don't call anyone who calls his brother good for nothing, fool? What did it say? Be prepared to go be damned, right? In damnation. How to say that? Oh, I haven't. Okay. As if these Christians are kind of. And but the problem is that professional. So with your tongue now, you can, your tongue is your sword right now. Christian Prince hasn't told you what Jesus Christ actually meant. And then they said, we have two swords. And they're like, but he said, that's enough now. And hurt you. Yeah, if you, but I'm so Zalim, very fast. Zalims, cruel people are fast. Uh, I see that some Saklan had a cruel people. Shias even, very sharp tongued. Sticks and stones and liars. Sticks and stones break one's bones, but names will never hurt one, or names will never hurt one. And but words will never harm me. I got the wrong. This church method is different. At myself, I should be laughing at myself. But words will never hurt. There's words, your words, where you speak it. Which quote was it? Got the wrong quote. It is a psychological, emotion, falsely accusing people, uh, calling them names, bad names. Oh, and Christian Prince, why doesn't, of course, he's not going to come about Imam Ali. And when you see, I've seen the Jews being crushed in the Holocaust, Imam Ali is really about that. Jews, I must say, when you were crushed, you didn't lose your senses. And so Imam Ali says, or who says this? Uh, be like a flower. Does Imam Ali say this, or be like a flower? But to this world, I have to give the quotes and references because we haven't learned to see what, like, about my case in Karachi American School with my teacher. I should have quoted Rumi there and Shams, right? Because they would say, "What kind of love is this? Fixation, obsession. It's not allowed. This unhealthy love relation. It's not even love. This is this. Be like a flower when crushed, or be like the flower that gives fragrance to even the hand that crushes it." It's attributed to Imam Ali. So this long time ago, yeah, this I got it right. This I got right. Minute. Need to take money, help from people. Control. Oh. So, on one hand, Imam Ali saying this, and really it's attributed to Imam Ali. Really laughable. And bend your head. Yes, yes, Christian friends, you don't get hurt when. And then you people blame Muslims and ex Muslims who are not Christians now that, oh, you shouldn't get hurt. This is not insult. You lie against others. You call them bad names when Muslims say something. Oh, look, they're calling. Look, what they're doing. Insulting. This is they. You're just trying to distract this. No, no. Call a spade. But you want you liars. Falsely accusing people. Get lost. Enough is enough. But bend. Oh God. मेरा तो मैंने अपनी माँ की लैंग्वेज बराबर जानी सीखी जो उर्दू टांग तोड़ दे bend your head bend your head yeah those of you who have maybe children of covert narcissists families also both mother and father please come and take me to jail and just execute me who needs this covert save your money and your loss. Can't find it. I'm sorry. हराम सादे शियास भी ऐसे बातों की बात नहीं है अब अब कैसे बोलेंगे उनकी चाल में समझ गई तो बच्चे पैदा होते हैं ना कोवर्ट नार्सिस ऐसे लाइक क्रूर जिनकी माएँ भी मेरी माँ ऐसी नहीं थी जिनकी बेटियाँ जुल्म करते हैं ओवरटली। और फिर कहते हो कि क्रिश्चियंस भी बच्चों को शादी नहीं। तो क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस तो मेरे अंकल की तरह लगता है। इसका स्टेमिना बहुत है, थकता नहीं है। और क्या इसका एटलीस्ट कन्वे तो बहुत बात करता है। कन्वे तो बहुत सही तरह does। तो मैंने सोचा कि ये तो दिस पर्सन, काश मैं खोजा सिंधी बोल सकूं, but I can't see it। ये ना जो कोवर्ट नार्सिस और ऐसे क्रूल बचपन से जिनकी माएँ रफ एंड दूसरों को दूसरों पे जुल्म करना, और जुल्म भी कैसे, मेंटल टॉर्चर। Words can't break me, huh? Words can't break. You don't have to do physical harm. Who said that? I believe in. You don't have to do physical harm, and verbal। अभी वेस्टर्न ने शिया को भी हेल्प कर रहे हैं, इंडियंस भी। Some forms of physical harm and verbal abuse। हमारी फैमिली में एक बाहर से आई थी, वो बीमार हो गई थी। तो हॉस्पिटल से फिर गेस्ट को क्यों नहीं, विजिटर्स को तरीका नहीं है ना कि वो आए और ऐसी ऐसी बातें करें। पेशेंट के सामने। Insulting, did I hear this? Did I read this properly? Abusive or insulting language with the intention of causing someone else alarm or distress or harass them। Of speech is good, your freedom is good, but as long as you don't encroach. I thought freedom of every kind, freedom is good, your birthright, but that so give the other person freedom too. Every person has the right to freedom. But as long as you don't encroach upon the other person's rights, freedom. Did I hear? Did I read? So some people, you laughing and mockery, और ये भी आ जाए सेक्स दुबई में, हम तो बचपन से सुनते हैं। इंडियंस कितने पैसे मिल रहे हैं तुम्हें इधर? Yeah. Oh, when I had to commit attempt suicide, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't have to threaten or call my teacher. Hello, no, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm going to kill myself. And then I just decided on my own. now, since who would understand? The West is in their rhetoric, even spiritual rhetoric. Yeah, some people can speak clearly, and accents are good too. University of Kent. So used to look at my religion and say what is wrong and what is right. I used to believe in love that I believed in, not because Jesus told me, or maybe because my mother paid enough attention and loved me enough to make me believe in love. My mother survived very weak, though. Didn't take the torture, insults, verbal things, abuse. Yeah, but she हमारा बाथरूम साफ करो ये करो. She was telling me that my brother was she was pregnant with my brother and I was in her arms, infant's mother-in-law. Just this. My wash our bathroom in Karachi. Physical harm and verbal harm with the intention. Yeah, you could. See, some people can't take this loud, even when my voice raises. What kind of people they are? Donkeys in the Quran it says a loud voice, but in the Quran does it say they speak? Their speech is very pleasing. They speak their surah, but then he goes. But then like Christian Prince, he hasn't gone yet. Why doesn't he take up a sword like Jesus Christ has said? If, when they attack him, when they come to attack him. Who's listening? God knows when my cut. मैं दे जल्दी कर लो. Let the hour come. Of the people is he whose speech pleases you in worldly life, and he calls Allah to witness as to what is in his heart, yet his speech pleases you in worldly life. Yeah, it could, but I would say in religious life too. Like Jesus' speech pleased some people who were loving and peace. But there are other verses like this one, Luke 22, verses 36 to 38. But now he said, take your money and a traveler's bag, and if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. What तो ये छोड़ेंगे नहीं. These Middle Eastern Christians also very Syriac their Syriac encyclopedia, Sam Shaman. Yeah, my voice now. My voice raises. Sam Shaman is psycho or what? Not knowing. Uh, I keep saying here that I don't want to raise my voice, but struggles. They don't know the devoid of psychological, spiritual. I mean, whatever problems, yeah. Then Sam Shaman is a Shia. If I could get evidence on him, Ram Sada, Adam Seeker. He's a pimps, psycho pimps. Whore कहता है, little whore. Your mother was a whore, seems to me, Sam Shamoun. There was a time I couldn't touch myself, you know, what they've done inside. And what shall I tell you, bitches and bastards, sons of whores, puke, Sam Shamoun. Provoking people, Muslims. And I tell you, for me, I don't think if Sunnis killed us, it would be. What's wrong? See, Shias, you right? Think you also think that you have this best. We are the best. Okay, for all Muslims, the Quran has said, You are the best nation." And what Imam, and all the time you're like, oh, Imam Hussein, Imam Hussein, and all this. Look at the Quran ayats. Don't miss the Quran ayats. Oh, it's not. If the Quran is Imam Hussein speaking, talking, एक तो ये शिया भी इतने क्रूल पीपल हैं इन्हें हम लोगों को झूठ बोल बोल के झूठ में रखा है ऐसे क्रूल हैं हाँ तो इसमें मुझे बहुत शॉक टेक्स टाइम टू एक्सेप्ट so I'm in a shock to take time कि शियाज इतने क्रूल um, तो देखो ना वो जो अभी क्रिश्चियंस को यूज कर रहे हैं और ये और यहाँ खुद भी disguised as Christians and trying to win sympathies for the Muslims. ज़्यादा वो अगर हो गया तो अमेरिका तो स्ट्रिप नेकेड कर देगी और उधर डाल देगी इनको वैसे भी वो जो कौन सा अब क्या है इधर बहुत टॉर्चर हुए थे प्रिजन कौन सा है लेकिन शिया इतने हरामी अबू खुरैब प्रिजन शैतान भी कैसे कैसे आता है खलील जिब्रान ने अच्छा लिखा था चर्च जालिम लोग हैं so, अगर सुन्नीज मारे तो मैं अपने आप को कह रही चुप रहो तुम्हें बचपन से पता है कि सुन्नी और ये अयाशियाँ और अरब मुस्लिम एक तरफ से पाकिस्तान में उधर बचपन से सुना है चाल चौकी और क्या नहीं और ये सेक्स कोई अगर मना करे कोई रिच अरब हो और उसका ईगो हो तो क्या है हाँ, जाते जाते लेकिन रेप होते होते इज्जतें कि हम तो इनके स्लेव हैं ना सेक्स स्लेव है ना आई शुड एक्सेप्ट इट they helped me okay because I had problems and they need financially but they did come here to say stop doing this Alwan ko bheja tha Alwan so I didn't oh god I couldn't abide by what Alwan had ordered me and threatened me. Couldn't abide by that. हाँ, लेकिन आई कीप टेलिंग माई सेल्फ कि क्या ज़रूरत है और क्यों करोगी? आई मीन क्या जितना बोलो इनको वो तो वो ही करेंगे, धोखे वाले धोखा देंगे। वी कैन until we're alive. इज़्ज़तें लेने वाले इज़्ज़तें लेंगे, खराब करने वाले इज़्ज़तें खराब करने वाले इज़्ज़तें खराब। क्या ज़रूरत है? और ज़रूरत है ही नहीं बिकॉज़ वो चेंज तो आएगा। अपने आप को चेंज करो। मैंने हमेशा अपने आप को ये बोला है कि जैसे जब सुन्नीज़ हमारे अगेंस्ट है, क्या फ़ायदा उनको जाके बोलें। बस वो कि वो जब इमाम बारगाह चलाने आ रहे थे तो हम उधर पुलिस और खुद भी विजिल डैडी मुझे लेके गया था, यूज्ड टू टेक मी। तो इमाम बारगाह हमारा क्यों चलाओगे भाई? हम लोग इधर बैठे हैं आपसे बात करने के लिए, बात आए करें, डिस्कस करें, टेक टाइम टू एक्सप्लेन, बट लेट अस एक्सप्लेन। जलाने वलाने की क्या बात है? हमारा सीक्रेट। तो इस बात पे तो शियाज आर गुड, बेटर देन क्रिश्चियंस, हम इवेंजलिस्ट। और ये क्या है? सेक्स है क्या है? तबला बे, आई डोंट नो वेयर who you are. यो यति दया, यद यदि क्या है? I don't know what you are talking. What are you saying? अभी क्या चाहिए तुम लोगों को? यदना है या क्या करना है? ऑफ ऑफ क्या? क्या अपने माँ को वो करो? I don't know your what Indian हो, मुसलमान हो, क्या हो? What nonsense? अकल नहीं है। चलो, get lost you fucker। अरब अरब ने भेजा है, तुम मेरे बाप हो? बेटी को यदने आए हो? I'm your dad. My father never says this. We are not Americans. अभी दुबई में हो? मेरा फादर दुबई में है। दुबई में हो? कितने अरबों से चाहोगे यदू में? हाँ, या इधर ही काफी है तुम लोगों का अरेस्ट करना? सो कम। यस, आई एम इन दुबई माय सन। हाँ, तो क्या करना है अभी दुबई में? क्या करने आए हो? मसाज पार्लर खोला है? औरतों को प्रोस्टिट्यूशंस में डाल रहे हो? अरबों को सेल कर रहे हो? वुमेन सप्लाई कर रहे हो? बस नहीं है? शिया हो? आरामजादे देखो, माय फादर शिया। मुता किया है? हरामजादे! जुल्म पे जुल्म! तुम लोग अरब डैडी, अब बुढ़े हो गए हो, तवाइफ के पास नहीं जा सकते हो। कितना मुता करना है अभी 75 years में? अभी बंद करो तुम लोगों का जुल्म। हरामजादे! इग्नोरेंट कौन है, किसको बोलते हो? तुम्हारा सन कौन है? अली? दिमाग है या नहीं है? मसाज करो, मसाज, जाओ। तुम्हारा बाप भी मुझे नहीं करवा सकता है चेंज माई कैप्शन। आई एम एन एक्स शिया। आग लग गई तुम्हें तो मैं क्या करूं? यू इग्नोरेंट! बताओ कहां इग्नोरेंट है? तुम खुद शिया हरामी, इग्नोरेंट, झूठे लायर्स, हरामजादे, क्रूल पीपल। क्रिश्चियन शिया, अभी हेट हेट बोलते हो। शट अप! गेट लॉस्ट! झूठ बोल के हमें, हरामजादे। मेरा बाप क्रिश्चियन नहीं है। क्रिश्चियन कह के मेरे बाप को इंसल्ट नहीं करो। तो क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस भी एंटी इस्लाम है, डेविड वुड भी एंटी इस्लाम है। उनको जाके करो, बोलो, ताकत है तो जाओ। कमजोर के पास आते हो, बदबख्त, जालिम। क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस एंटी मोहम्मद, एंटी इस्लाम, एंटी मुस्लिम। नहीं नहीं, तुम लोग तो अरब और पाकिस्तानी, देखो, एंटी, यू आर एंटी इस्लाम। अच्छा, मैं से बकवास अपनी बंद करो। क्या खाया है? आई एम क्रिश्चियन। मेरे बाप का इंसल्ट नहीं करो। मेरा बाप पागल होगा जो क्रिश्चियन होगा? क्रिश्चियन से हायर डिसेप्शन हुसैन का है, बेस्ट इन डिसेप्शन। तुम्हें क्या लग, तुम्हारे दिमाग को जो लगता है, तुम्हारा दिमाग लगता है तुम्हारे नीज में है। जाओ अभी दुबई में जाओ, बहुत आसानी से मिलेंगी तुम्हें कॉल गर्ल्स। पैसे हैं? या अरब दे रहा है तुम्हें, तुम्हारा दोस्त? हरामजादो, सुन नहीं सकते हो? शिया कुत्ते, निकलो। हरामजादे, चलो। Dogs are not allowed here. Plagued, rats, liars, Christian dogs, plagued, not allowed here. Ramsado, Christian, Indian Christian हरामी कुत्ता, इतने चालाक चुड हो तुम लोग। तबला बे, क्रिश्चियन कुत्ते, खबरदार इधर आयो। ह्यूमैनिटी के दुश्मन, दूसरों पे गलत इल्जाम लगाना। जाओ, डेविड वुड को कहो वो क्यों एंटी इस्लाम है। हाँ, हरामजादे कुत्ते, क्रिश्चियन, सुअर के बच्चे, झूठ बोलना तुम लोगों की इनहेरिटेंस है, जीसस क्राइस्ट ने तुम लोगों को दिया है। खबरदार इधर आयो, झूठ है मक्कार, ह्यूमैनिटी के दुश्मन। मोहब्बत का नाम लेके प्यार, लव लव, जीसस क्राइस्ट ने कोई लव नहीं सिखाया इधर। झूठा प्यार। तो तुम क्या हो, एंटी हिंदू हो? हिंदुओं की जान निकाली है तुम लोगों ने बहुत पहले। एंटी हिंदू, राधा रानी के दुश्मन। तुम लोग क्रिश्चियंस ने जो हरामी काम किया है, सालिम, खबरदार इधर आयो। एक तरफ से क्रिश्चियन हरामी, एक तरफ से ये अरब्स, पाकिस्तानी इंडियंस को बेचते हैं इधर, लड़की को, औरत को छेड़ो। इज्जतों से खेलना इनका, इनको मजा आता है। एंड यू आर एंटी आइडल वर्शिपर्स। अपनी बात करो, अपनी बात करो। एंटी मुस्लिम, एंटी इस्लाम, हरामजादे। अपने क्रिश्चियन थग्स गैंग ग्रुप को भेजो इधर। पास्टर यशुआ को भेजो। एंटी एंटी हिंदू, एंटी सनातनी, देखो कैसा जालिम था ये रेप केस। यशु यशु, तुम लोग इंडियन क्रिश्चियंस ऐसे जालिम हो, क्रूल पीपल। ये बचपन से कहाँ जस्टिस हमें मिलेगा, बचपन से जुल्म जुल्म जुल्म। तो तुम तो एंटी अपने आप को कहो, तुम लोग क्रिश्चियंस एंटी कृष्णा, एंटी शिवा, एंटी नारायण, एंटी भूमि देवी। फिर बोलोगे कि गालियां देती है और क्रिश्चियन फ्रेंड्स, और हम, मैं तो ऐसी गालियां नहीं देता हूँ। अपना केस, दूसरे के केस। अब वो कहाँ कोवर्ट नार्सिसिज्म में पैदा हुआ है, माँ और बाप दोनों अरब, मिडिल ईस्टर्न, aggressive way, aggressive ways of his। रामियों देखते नहीं हो। मुझे तो जो गाली देता है अगर ठीक नहीं है तो मैं उसे माफ कर सकती हूँ। तुम लोग तो माफी नहीं देते हो। अरब ऐसे फाइन करते हैं, देखते नहीं है, क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस की तरह, मिडिल ईस्टर्न ऐसा जुल्म करते हैं, ऐसा टॉर्चर करते हैं। मजबूरी है, इधर आए हैं, वरना दुबई में मुझे तो नहीं आना था। एक आउट ऑफ द फ्राइंग पैन इनटू द फायर। इज्जतें इधर जाएंगी हमारी, ना पुलिस ना कुछ। चुप हैं ये अरब्स। इनको मजा आता है, हंसते हैं, लड़कियों को छेड़ते हैं, और they get away because they are rich। I know of someone St. Mary's School. My uncle told me how he used to come out। अरब रिच मिलियनर का बेटा, हाथ इस तरफ लड़कियां, उस तरफ उन पे, उनके शोल्डर्स पे हाथ, आर्म्स अराउंड देम। ऐसे निकलता था सेंट मैरी स्कूल से, कोई उसको कुछ कह नहीं सकता था। अरब इधर चाल चौकियों में, अयाशियों में। tipsy in it womanizing and mistresses, छेड़ना, क्या नहीं था। Call yourself, you are the anti Hindu। तो ये क्रिश्चियंस, इनका क्या है, ये भी क्या मक्कारी है इनकी, deception। High, the highest is of the Shias and the Christians, my God। You don't have to bully someone। Yes, our voices are raised because कोई जस्टिस ही नहीं मिला, कोई समझने वाला नहीं है, कोई सपोर्ट नहीं है। और अगर हम गाली देंगे बिकॉज नॉट, तो ये क्या मुझे पाकिस्तानी, अब क्या करें, जो इज्जतें लेना लूटना चाहते हैं उन, अब ऐसी कंट्री में हैं कि हम पुलिस वालों को भी नहीं बुला सकते हैं। अभी और किसको भेजेंगे ये लोग? अभी क्या कट करना चाहते हैं? इनका माल है, इनका। यू रूल अरब्स। तो, तो अ, मुझे तो ऐसा पागल कर दिया है कि आई एम शॉक्ड एट इतने सालों से 2000 ईयर 2000 ऐसा मारा है। कुछ किसको बोलें, किधर जाएं, किधर एक्शन कौन लेगा? किसी कंट्री में जाना चाहिए जहाँ ट्रस्ट, जहाँ मर्द शेरे नहीं, मसाज पार्लर भी हो अगर, पब्स। और ये तो पता है कि इज्जत तो रह रही है। कुछ मर्द हैं जो फैमिली, हमारे तो भाइयों से हमारा कट कर दिया ऐसा सिस्टमेटिकली। अकेले जब तक ये इनके पैसे हैं, हम फाइनेंशियल हेल्प मिला है, don't want to take it anymore. Where shall I go? कभी कट करेंगे क्या? एंड ऑफ मंथ आ रहा है। जब भी एक दफा एग्जीक्यूट कर देते तो अच्छा होता, मार देते। ये इज्जत, ये बार बार मर्दों को भेजना इधर, गलत सलत बातें करना, as if you are not a anti-Hindu. Talk about yourself. So if you're saying this is anti, you being a Christian, तो ये सब एंटी क्रिश्चियन, एंटी इस्लाम, एंटी मुस्लिम्स जो मुसलमानों को भी इंसल्ट करते हैं और कहते हैं ये हम इंसल्ट नहीं कर रहे, शायद शियाओं को मारा है तो हम कर सकते हैं, वी हैव द राइट, because they're like this. तो अभी मैंने ये देखें ये कैसे चालाकी से हरामी आते हैं, क्या इनकी कनिंगनेस है। अच्छा, गाली नहीं देंगे, दुबई में है, लेकिन पीछे दुबई में मैंने देखा है रोड पे गाली देना, सुना है, क्या देखा है। इतना भी स्ट्रिक्ट हो उधर से, इधर वो दोस्तों में वो चलते हैं, गाली देते हैं। बीसी उर्दू गाली। तो यू आर एंटी हिंदू, हाँ? ओफ, बेचारे हिंदुओं को बचाए। इन क्रिश्चियनों से बहुत चालाक वे में आते हैं, गाली नहीं देंगे, ऐसा सफाई करेंगे पता भी नहीं चलेगा, और फिर कहेंगे कि क्यों ये ऐसे, शी इज पार्किंग लाइक अ डॉग। And look at the abuse she's saying. मिडिल ईस्टर्न, ये क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस का भी दिमाग जाहिलों की तरह करता है. Does it like a जाहिल अरब. ना देखेंगे कुछ, किसी का बस अपना इनको है. इस जालिम लायर मसाया को बनाया हुआ है. कैसे इसने भी टर्न करके, और जिसने ये बाइबल बुक्स चूज की हैं, उधर कहीं ना कहीं तो क्यों नहीं लिया द गॉस्पेल, इन द गॉस्पेल ऑफ दिस एंड गॉस्पेल्स. अफ्रीका का अलग बाइबल है, अफ्रीका में एक बाइबल है. कुछ बोलते हैं तुम लोग क्रिश्चियंस में, तुम लोगों का राइट है अपने आप को एंटी हिंदू एंटी इस्लाम में नहीं कहते हो. से हरामी हैं बहुत ज्यादा. शिया भी कम नहीं है, शिया तो और भी चालाक हैं. सो इस पागलपन में कैसे मैं अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करूं कि तुम तो जानती हो पाकिस्तान से बचपन में सुन्नी क्या क्या नहीं कहते थे. चुप रहना पड़ा, हमें टॉलरेट करते थे. और सबसे बेहतर बात ये है कि चुप रहें. तो फिर मैंने देखा कि और शिया अपने उस पे नाज करते हैं अपने पेशेंस, और ये स्टाइल नहीं लेते हैं क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस का जैसा, और रॉब क्रिश्चियन और ये क्रिश्चियंस सैम शमॉन का स्टाइल नहीं लेते हैं, एडम सीकर. Yeah, I have to go now. Not that you will understand anything. दूसरों को इल्जाम देना. Your Christian prince, go and tell Christian prince he's anti. Go and tell yourself you are anti-Christ, anti-Hindu, anti-Islam. Why are you telling me? कभी बोलते हो, तुम्हारा दिमाग सही है, इसका दिमाग चलो, तुम्हारा दिमाग सही नहीं है, लेकिन तुमने गाली नहीं दी. तुम मर्द हो शायद. औरत जब चीज एंड टेंटलाइज और अपने आप को हाथ नहीं लगा सकती है, स्क्रैच नहीं कर सकती है, बस देख रहे हैं तुम लोगों को. तुम लोग ऐसे जाहिल, पता नहीं इंडिया में काम. बस तबला बजाओ, तबला बजाओ, तबला बजाओ, और कॉल गर्ल्स जाओ किसी और को सताओ. इधर बहुत मिलेंगी तुम्हें जो चाहती हैं कि तुम लोग जाओ उसको सताओ.